are having some technical problems today, so third time is the charm. Let's try it again. Welcome to the 8th episode of Let's Talk About with Richa, and today's guest is Lorena. And while she's coming, I just want to introduce her as one of the most charming person I've seen. Now she's coming in, so as I said, third time is the charm, so now we're gonna get her in. We have been trying for a while. Hi, Lorena. How are you?
Finally, I'm here.
Finally. So now we learned something new. If you want to go live on Instagram, you have to do it from the phone instead of the computer, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It is always good to learn new stuff. You know, I also learned something new today. I didn't know that actually. So it's a good thing. But as I was saying, I wanted to introduce you as one of the most charming person I've seen in a long time. And we have not known each other for a very long time. But I was captivated by your amazing smile and your positive energy. And actually, we just met last week, like 1 week and a half ago.
It's true.
Right?
How destiny happens, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You know, the connection happens instantly. And, you know, people say love at first sight, but, you know, that connection could happen with anybody, isn't it?
Friends too as well.
Friends also, yes, true. So before we move on, I really want you to take a few seconds and introduce yourself to our viewers and tell them what is your secret about this amazing glow you have, the amazing smile you have, the positive energy, and the little exciting device you're wearing.
Yeah, thank you, Richa. First of all, thank you your beautiful public that is in your channel. Thank you for the experience. Thank you for letting me be here with you. And well, yeah, I am Lorena Healy. I call myself Lorena Healy. Actually, my name is Lorena Levesque. But it's funny because I promised myself that after trying this little device, if it worked for me, I would change. I was gonna change my name to
That's a very Indian thing to do, you know. If this works, I'm gonna change my name. I love my name, so I never say that, you know. I never say it because I do love both of my names, Richa Chandra. I didn't even change it after my marriage. So, you know, yeah, go ahead.
It was just for fun at the beginning. I really didn't I had a hope that it would help. I can start my storytelling. I'm a Mexican living in Norway. I've been living in Norway for 16 years. And it was in 2013, I started having very weird symptoms. I started having like weakness in my body, and I always been a very healthy person. I almost don't drink any alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't like to go to sleep very late. But well, suddenly out of the sudden, well, no, it's not out of the sudden. Afterwards, I understood where it came from, but I felt really bad. So I started just being fatigued most of the day. I would just go to work, come back home, like pretty much almost crawl back home and go to sleep. I could not really, I could not train anymore. And I used to be a person that would train from 4 till 6 times a week. I really,
wow.
So I was pretty healthy. And well, after many doctors and specialists, I got diagnosed with something called fibromyalgia. I guess people understand what fibromyalgia is, but I will give a short explanation.
Yeah.
It's an autoimmune disease. And it attacks from the muscles, your energy level, starts from the stomach, but I also afterwards understood that it also comes from an emotional root. So if you have had many, many traumas in your life, if you have experienced like a really hard, for example, in my case was a hard divorce, it came after. So to not make the story long, I was told by the doctor that I was just gonna live with fibromyalgia the rest of my life because it was no cure, and that I better, you know, Norwegian doctors can be pretty direct.
Yeah.
So he just told me, just learn to live with the pain.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was 32 in that time. I'm 39 right now. So I was
That
just
is
like,
no
no
age.
way,
That is no
nothing.
age.
I'm not giving up.
No. And
Exactly.
that's very
That's
common
very sad,
with
but that was the way.
yeah, that is very common with the Norwegian doctors, doctors here in Norway. They are not very happy to give medication, but they don't have a lot of um, treatments for autoimmune diseases. They say, okay, this is autoimmune, we can't do anything, just learn to live with it. And it is people like you who said, no, I'm not going to just learn to live with it. There has to be something, you know.
Exactly.
Mm.
So my journey started learning that I needed to eat differently, that I started meditating. I started also working with my traumas, really going deep into what really was the divorce, you know, and it's not always very pleasant. I have to admit that it was very hard. And at the end, I had a very nice colleague of mine that told me it's not very often you find homeopaths in Norway or people that work with natural medicine. But this guy was, he started treating me with acupuncture and homeopathy. And then eventually he got this machine it looked like, I was asking him, what is that machine? He said, well, I really can't explain you, but why don't you try it? So I remember it was like a tiny box. And I started treating myself. It was very expensive going to him. It was around, I don't know, the people in the US or in Norway. Well, in Norway was around 2,500 every time I was going. So it's around 200.
That's quite expensive. Yeah.
$200 around that. So I was feeling a difference, but I could not afford to come there every week as he was advising me to do it, you know? For the time that I would have the therapy, I would feel so good right after the therapy, like a week. Then second week, it would start going down, you know, the effect of the therapy. And then till the end of the month, I was already back to the start.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, well, it was a painful process, but I was keeping my faith. At least I was feeling a difference, much better than just not doing anything. Until I met this wonderful, a Norwegian lady that lives actually in Bali. She's my Kundalini yoga teacher, a very spiritual woman. She works also. And now in the pandemic, she was giving for free her classes by Zoom and by Facebook. So we will get reunited from all around the world just to get to her class and do some Kundalini yoga exercises and breathing exercises. And actually it was very, very nice I could feel also that also helped. And one day suddenly, we were meeting every Wednesday. One day suddenly she disappeared. She wasn't there. And her assistant told us that she had gotten malaria. So we're like, what? So we're like, what? You know, like what is going to happen to her in Bali, you know? So, well, we were told that she was most likely not going to come back after she got this, that she needed to have this time for getting better. But after 15 days, really, literally 15 days, 2 weeks, she was back. And she was just like nothing happened, you know? And we were like, what is happening to you? Didn't you get like malaria? It was a very bad thing, you know? And then she said, you know what, people, I have to tell you, I just finally, she said, my prayers have become true. And it arrived, something I've been wishing for. And she said that she was wishing for something like this tiny device. She, of course, a natural medicine. But what Healy is, this little device, is a device that is actually a bridge between holistic and spiritual and science. Yeah. So that's how it started. And then she also told me, you know, Lorena, I know you have fibromyalgia, so I would definitely advise you to really do the investment of getting it, because you will not regret it. So that's how I got into this.
Exactly. So you got that big, huge machine all compact into one, and now you can treat yourself instead of paying somebody 2,000 500 kroners each time. You can just keep on, keeping that balance. I think it's amazing. And we see technology every day, helping people in medicine and in all the, but it's amazing that we have taken the holistic and alternative ways also into the technology so that people can really treat themselves in the homes. And I know there are technology for creating free energy. I know there are all sort of technology out there which is not accepted. And even though science behind it is clear.
Yeah.
So how do you convince people, or how do you approach people when you want to, because you don't just treat people, you also sell these things, beautiful things, don't you?
I'll tell you that I have never in my wildest dreams thought of working in distributing or in sales. I actually find it really annoying.
So we lost you there. Could you say that once more?
Yeah, of course. So I was just letting you know that. Oh, I forgot it. No,
that you haven't been in sales before.
Yeah, world of marketing, network marketing, or selling. I find it actually pretty annoying and tiring. But when I tried it, I saw that it really works. It just suddenly like a little light turned on. I'm a pretty spiritual and I believe in science. And I felt that now finally this was my mission. And that my mission is to help other women or men struggling with fibromyalgia. You know, this device works with many things. It's so much it works.
Then, if you guys have any questions, keep asking them in the. You can use the question box, and just send in any questions, because this is very exciting. Because I truly believe that where science can meet alternative treatments, that's where we have progress. It's a huge step for people who believe in alternative medicine, and I think there is more and more understanding now for it than before. It wasn't so easy for people to accept it before, and now there are more and more people looking for alternative treatments for because not everybody wants to fill their body with medicine. So Lorena is back. So I was just talking about how people are now more and more searching for alternative ways to treat themselves, and this is for many people it can be answer to their prayers, because they're not just few people who are suffering from autoimmune diseases. There are a lot of people, and it's becoming more and more common. And as you say, they have to change their whole life. They have to change the way they live, the way they eat. But at the same time, if they can get help with treatments, could be a huge relief, because as you were saying, you couldn't even work out, and people do like to be active. People do like to enjoy their family time and not just lay down on sofa and feel that the life is just slipping away. They're sleeping through their life, but that's the only way they can cope. So I truly believe that this science have come a long way for our favor. I mean, there are things with science that I would say, with technology, that I would say is not always for our favor. But then on the other hand, if we look at the positive side, as the little Healy that you have, if that can help a person and get treatment without getting bankrupt, personal bankruptcy, it's amazing.
It's just like you finally.
So you were telling us a little bit about your journey into this business. Would you?
I am in 4G. I think I am losing you now. Do you hear me?
Yeah, you're back now.
Yes.
Yeah. So you were telling us a little bit about your journey into the business. So this is how you got into the business, because you are not just treating people with the Healy, but you also empowering people to get the device themselves, right?
Exactly. So yeah, this is what I feel is my mission, is to just spread the word that is other options.
Okay.
And I take it from there. I am very intuitive, so I do business very differently. I go from full hearted, trying to just share the information. So I think that's kind of what is been working for me. I am not so much into results, and I am going more from something I am burning for. I really burn for sharing this information, and I am passionate about learning more about this. I never work with this, so I feel very blessed. I've been getting in touch with the people, has been beautiful, and has been helping me spreading the same mission. I see this as a mission, just as that.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people have the same mission as you know, help people stay healthy, claim their own power, and, you know, strengthen themselves. And if you have health, you can create wealth. But if you don't even have health, you don't have the energy to create wealth, right? And we want most people to create more and more, or be their own designer of their own life. But autoimmune diseases often take away that control, that possibility to create their own life. So I guess why people connect with you, other than your beautiful smile and the glow, is because your mission is very aligned with other people's mission, like mine own, right?
Yeah.
So, but how
That,
do you define success in this business? How do you define success?
how I define success in this business is, well, since the device is so big and it treats so many things, um, maybe get your niche, the part of the product of the device that is kind of what you are most using it. Some people, it's so big, the product has over 250 programs, these sets of programs and programs and programs, that it's so many. Like, okay, you're a little bit of a vain person, you want to use it in anti-aging, it has programs for anti-aging. You have programs.
Okay, then I will try to put it on anti-aging, because I'm actually getting white hair, you know. So I don't want to dye my hair. So I was thinking maybe I can just put on the program and it can reverse the white hair to black hair. That would be great.
Yeah, exactly. So it's people that works in the beauty area that loves this product because of that. It's people like me that I am totally dedicated to help others struggling with sicknesses. So I inform that what's the protocol I've been using, so they can start doing it themselves. Like I do actually work. Success, I think, in this business has been just that I have put my heart on it. That I don't have a doubt about it. I just really want to share the information. I love learning more about it. I think that's what it.
But you and I, before we went on, sorry, the video was paused. Are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here.
Okay, good. Okay, so right before we went on this call a few days ago, we were talking about direct selling, or because this is the system of this, right? It's multi-layer marketing.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So you were saying, and what do you think about that? Because when people hear that, what I have, because I'm into that as well. So when I talk about that, people say, "Oh, no, I don't want to do with pyramid or multi-level marketing. I don't want to, or direct sales. I don't want to hear about it." So, what kind of reactions do you get?
You know what, Richa? You're gonna be surprised. I am in a global multi-level business, but I don't treat this business as a multi-level. Whoever wants to join me joins me. Whoever don't want to join me and just buy the product, I don't care. Like, I just really do whatever feels right for me. And that has been just expanding by itself. So that's how it works for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess you are not too concerned.
Another part that I really like about this business is that it's so easy to expand since it's a global thing, you know. So I have my group of Mexicans in other countries. I have groups of friends in another country as well. So that has been helping a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think when the product is so good and a lot of people see good benefits from it, then the product and the system will automatically sell itself. You know, when the product is good, when the product is shaky and some people have effect and don't, then you have, you know, it really doesn't resonate with everybody. That's when you have the problem. When you have a product that resonates with everybody and everybody can use it for themselves, I guess you are, as I said before, you're empowering people, and that always sells.
You know what, Richa? We have been told by the company to not use energy in people that don't believe in the product.
So true. So true.
Don't do it. I've been so blessed that I have never needed to be sending messages and, hey, you want to hear about what I'm, people just come to me. I like you, have my own channel on Instagram. I have my channel on Facebook, and I'm doing my videos and I'm sharing a little bit what I'm doing, and I am sharing like small, long videos. And I think from there people start, and then I start sending it, you know, to some of my friends, and then they send it over, and that's how it happens. But no, never, never, and never use energy on someone that don't believe on it. That is my word.
No, and another thing I guess is important is that you put out the energy in the universe, and because this is for the greater good and it was for better for everybody, it will automatically generate, you know, an audience. It will reach the people who are asking for answers. You know, a lot of people are in pain, and if this can relieve their pain, and they are praying, then this will come to them. And I believe in that. So you are putting it out there saying, hey, I have a solution, and other people who are saying, hey, I need some solution, and it's resonating, and then it's get connected. So yeah, I think the power of manifestation both ways are there. Yeah. So now another thing that I wanted to say is that just for general, when it comes to a good system of multi-layer marketing or direct sales, I think it's important for those people, and it can work very well for those people who don't know how to build their own businesses, or don't have the capacity or time to build their own businesses. Because if you already go into a system and you have the product that is amazingly good, and you have a system of the business that is amazingly good, then you're actually empowering people to help others and earn money on it as well. Whereas, because I built, like in 2015, there was a hostile takeover of one of my businesses, and I was left with nothing. And in 2016, I started again. And I started with 3 businesses at the same time. Just after a year, I sold one of them. So I still have 2 of my businesses. And those I built from scratch. And it has actually taken me 4 years to make them, you know, so successful that I can just live from those 2 businesses. And now I went into this multi-level marketing. And I know everything takes time, but if the system is already there, then you can focus on your life mission instead of trying to build the business as well as trying to focus on the mission. And if the mission is to empower others or make others healthier, then I think a direct sales model is a good way to go, because it is quite demanding to start your own from scratch.
I'm thinking of another thing that has been working very good for me is that the people that buy Sahili from me, always has the opportunity to also join me. I never push that on them. They can decide it themselves. I also always like, even though it's lots of information and videos and stuff out there in the platform of Healy, I always, my little thing, my extra thing, I like to offer 1 hour one-on-one. Either it's on Zoom, either it's like we do have a coffee. We sit together and I try to give you everything I know, you know? I try to make it very personal. I try to make it in a more friendly way. Of course, the people that she, for example, or the other people under me gets in, that's their role, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have done my part of teaching as much as I can. I have my notes. I spend lots of hours in webinars because this business is a little bit different from other businesses. It's communities around the world with specialists, you know, people that are homeopaths and people that are really, really into this type of health system or holistics. And we sit there and we learn from them. So it's very, very interesting. It's a lot of material. You know, like this little device not only is working for what we just talked about, it's also working to send remote therapy. And that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, because you treated my father last week.
Yes.
Yeah, because you treated my father last week. I'm sorry, I lost you a little bit. Now I was just saying you treated my father last week, and I met him today, and he was saying, you know what? This weekend I felt much better. On Saturday I was good. Yesterday I was good. You know, so he doesn't recognize it right away that it might be the effect from your treatment, but I could. Yeah. I saw it. I saw the change in him, and he was actually feeling much better. And I reminded him, oh yeah, you had the treatment with Lorena. And he was like, oh yeah, I think it must be the itch because I haven't done anything else, you know? So, so it works very fast if you know exactly how to treat what. So, and as you're saying, this machine is quite complicated. It can treat so many things that you need to know how to do it, even if it is a little device like that.
You know, I wouldn't call it complicated. I would call it very sophisticated because it is working with the quantum field, something that not everybody understands. But outside of our body, we have like a field of energy. And outside in that field, it's lots of things, traumas, emotions that are stuck. And we have never really worked with them. They're just there. So it's working with your physical level, with your energetic level, and your mental level as well. So it treats everything. It's like a complete pack.
But you are a successful businesswoman, and at the same time you treat people. So how do you manage your time? Because that is one thing I always get a lot of question about. Hey, Richa, you're doing so many things. How do you manage your time? And I always ask other people that because I'm really interested in how do you manage your time?
Well, it's... Yeah, I'm here. I'm a little bit of very, how can I say it? I adapt to my own times. So because we have webinars all the time. So if I have a webinar in the night, I will be checking that webinar, even though it's so late in the night, you know? So I think I am very adaptable to this business, and it's because I like it and I love it. So I work also sometimes in the weekends, and I work sometimes in the... So it's just this mindset of being adaptable, and that I don't see this as my work. I see it as my passion.
Yeah. I think that is, I think that's the way to look at it. I also say that, and people say, don't you get tired? How can you, do you manage to do all the stuff? I said, everything I do, I just love to do it. I design my life around everything I love to do. I don't do things anymore I don't like to do. I delegate. usually a way that I don't like to do. So I'm mostly doing is only stuff I love to do, and then it doesn't feel like work. It's like you're jumping out of bed because you want to get started with the day. So yeah.
And another
Okay.
part important, I would just mention
Sorry.
I would mention this last thing, is that in the beginning, the work is a little bit more. You have to learn more things. The business goes slower, but it's just keeping yourself straight into that. It's gonna come the day that this is gonna really like burst, you know. And we're still in Healy, not yet, because it's still several countries not launched. It's still gonna be launched in two or 3 months. India has already launched it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, India has gotten it. So I'm very, very excited with that market. And but it's just like, it has been a little bit slow in the beginning, but I never lost track, you know. I just kept myself thinking, okay, I'm doing this because I like it. I love it. So the results will come afterwards. And I had some...
Of course. You know, nothing comes overnight. I mean, success overnight is just a myth. Nothing is a success overnight. Usually behind a success overnight is like 7, 8, maybe 10 years of hard work. And then suddenly it comes. I had a coaching session with one of the world-class coaches last week. And she said, sometimes you have this ketchup effect. So if you have a ketchup bottle, you shake it, and there's nothing coming, you know, and you shake it, and suddenly, plush, and then all of the food is filled with ketchup, you know. And I love that analogy so much that I was saying, so I keep on reminding myself, yes, that's so true. I mean, it is so true. You keep on shaking, and you think it's not coming, and then you shake a little bit too hard, and then it's like all your food is covered with ketchup. And it's like, yes, that's how success is, you know? You keep on shaking, and then it will come. Where will it go? It has to come.
That was a good one.
Right. So, I was wondering, do you have, other than the Healy, of course, but do you have like routines that you follow to keep yourself in shape and, you know, health on the top?
Like, I do things for myself to keep... Well, I try, you know, when I started, they said everything from stopping eating gluten and milk and several vegetables. I actually was very funny. I could not eat. But now, eventually, I have been going back to them. So I know I have gotten better in that area. I try to eat less meat. I love vegetarian food, but I still love my meat. So I have with meat, and I try to eat a little bit of variety. I do love Kundalini yoga. I fell in love with Kundalini. So I really like Kundalini. I do some, not like a whole full hour of Kundalini. I do some exercises when I wake up.
Okay.
But this little one, I love it.
Yes.
A bottle made of bronze and very nice properties. And so I try to, you know, I'm a geek for biohacking and learning the new stuff for what is good for the health.
Yeah.
I keep learning things.
Nice. I think that is a very good way to stay healthy, is to keep on learning, because that is something we never, you know, finish. The moment we think we are done learning, that's when our health degrades as well, because our health is connected to our mind, right? So if we keep on learning, we think we're growing, we're learning new stuff all the time, and the world is changing all the time. So what we learned 10 years ago about food is not true anymore. You know, the food doesn't have the nourishment which it had for 50, 60 years ago. I use this also a lot when I talk to people, because I work with supplements. So what a study was showed in, which was done in 1950, was how much minerals there were in a bowl of spinach. Then that same research was done in 1998 again, and it showed that in 1998 we needed to eat 47 bowls of spinach today in order to get the same nourishment which we had in the 1950s. Can you imagine that? Who eats 47 bowls of spinach? Nobody can eat that, you know. So if the food that we're eating does not have the same nourishment, there's no wonder we're getting all sort of autoimmune system diseases, headaches. We are getting, our immune system is just crashing because our body is not getting the minerals and vitamins and nourishment that we need from the food.
Can I share you something very personal?
Yes, please.
That just recently happened to me. I am in Oslo right now, and I've been visiting friends, and I got to visit very near friends of mine. We met exactly a year ago on a retreat with a teacher, Kundalini teacher, Samaya. And funny enough, we discovered that one of the girls had COVID, and she got COVID. And it's been we were 7 in this party. And the why I'm mentioning this is because I should have gotten it. Out of the 7 girls, 5 of them is totally sick. They are, of course, having that more or less like an influenza kind of things. They're not that bad. All of them have a Healy. I have a Healy as well. I think I am pretty nasty, so I'm using it every day, and mostly for the fibromyalgia. Do I look sick?
No.
And I'm careful because, of course, we don't promote the Healy for COVID, but I'm pretty amazed. And this is something that is related to me directly. And I have another friend of mine. She's also perfectly fine. And the other ones
I think I understand why people say you can't promote it directly to COVID, but indirectly it makes sense. I mean, if your immune system is strong and you are getting what you need, your body should be able to resist anything, and you will not have those symptoms, or you not fall sick. I mean, you might be exposed to the virus anyway, but your body can handle it, so that doesn't mean that Healy directly is helping you to resist the virus. No, what it's doing is it's helping your immune system to stay stronger. So if you're exposed to the virus, you're still not being sick, what we are seeing. Yeah, this is great. I mean, I just love the device. I'm so excited to start using it. But there is I wanted to ask you, you said it can help you with your mind, like because we talked about it, it can actually help with depression. But does it really help with, let's say somebody's not depressed, but they want to change their mindset, in order to succeed in business, or, there's so many ways in business. There's so many people who are in business but are afraid to talk to people or brand themselves on social media, or you have this fear. Doesn't matter how long you've been in business, you still have this fear. Can Healy help with changing the mindset as well?
Yeah, this is something very new in the company. They just mentioned to us that it's coming 2 sets of new programs that are exactly working with these kind of things.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the coaching, Healy coaching is called. So
wow.
I'm excited. I'm really wanting to get it soon. And it will be helping with the development of your self-development.
Yeah.
So what we'll be doing is analyzing the quantum field. It will be analyzing also if you have in your very, very back, can be from ancestors, can be from karma. Also that you have maybe anchors or stuff that is stopping you to get further. You're not even aware of, because much of these things we're not even aware of.
No. It's so true, because we do bring a lot of things from previous life, from our ancestors, from so many energies that are actually it's supposed to empower our soul and make our soul more knowledgeable, to keep on living and adding to the what do you call it, common platform of information, right? That common consciousness. But it is very exciting when it comes to Healy and Time Waver that they are able to release you from the blockages that you're bringing from previous, like the karma and so on. And that, I think, it's amazing to get to that point.
I have to admit that it's a little bit controversial because some people believe that we have to go through it, you know, we have to suffer. But like my teacher that works with this kind of thing says, is like, Lorena, this is helping you to get that process quicker. You still will do it yourself.
Yeah.
But you make it, like, for example, for instance, every winter, I used to have depression in Norway because we don't have sun and it's very cold and lots of snow.
So true.
As my teacher explained me, when you have depression, it's like this is your center, and you're strengthening, what's the name in English? It's this thing that it's like something that stretches and gets
rubber, like a rubber.
Like a rubber.
Yeah.
So in winter, you're stretching and stretching and stretching, and sometimes the depression is that stretch, you know. A long time for it to come back to the center, get back happy, you know.
Yeah.
What it's doing is that will stretch and it will help you to get back quicker. So for instance, if I used to be depressed like all week, you know, didn't want to get up, didn't want to work, now it takes me maybe a couple of hours.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My little doggy needed to be a part of this. He's like, he's standing here beside me and trying to get my attention. So I just, oh, so cute.
That's her sweater already.
Yeah, he's got so much fur right now, so he doesn't need, but usually he has it too. Yeah. I mean, this is amazing because I've been depressed, like a seasonal depression I've had since I was 14. And I could not figure out why I was so different from my other classmates, you know, because they were not suffering from what I was suffering from. I couldn't understand how they could, you know, keep that kind of happy, cheery. And even though I'm a very positive and I am a very, you know, lively kind of girl who I was a girl, but now I'm a woman, but you know what I mean, that I was always
with
fun, you know. And then the winter would come and the depression would hit me so hard that I would not do anything than cry. And I had no reason to cry because I loved my life. I still love my life. You know, I have so much to be grateful for. And I had a beautiful home, parents who loved me. There was nothing wrong with my life as per se, you know, not more than others. I had a healthy body. Then why would I cry? But it was, as you were saying, because I was not getting enough sun or enough light or enough of the D vitamin, because at that time there was no consciousness about D vitamin. You know, there was nobody who was checking your vitamin levels at that time. So I didn't understand that. But as you were saying that in the season, you feel stretched. You feel as if you're dragging yourself everywhere and stretching it too hard, and then this can help me reach the center or back to myself faster.
Absolutely. 100%. I can put it in paper. Yeah. You feel in everything is quicker. It's 2 programs. I'm very, very glad I use it every time I get those. It's creative homeopathy and bush flowers. They are in the Healy, and they're amazing. Okay. When you are really wanting to understand where is because sometimes it's coming and you don't even know what it is, you can get answers. You can get answers. A report, very, very deeply detailed. I don't even know how did they get so much information, because it's coming even information from the past. So it's.
But okay, so now you said it is going to be in the coaching program, you can change the mindset. But do you, in this program, let's say if somebody buys Healy or buy a session, a treatment from you, do you have that in this Healy as well to change the mindset, or that is only in that program?
Well, I already have a program right now that is helping to treat patterns in life. But the one that is gonna come, the one that is called coaching, that one is gonna be more directed to goals, you know? If you have a goal in manifesting more money or more work or more love or your family relations, or, you know, you can decide. It's gonna be very, very powerful. I'm really looking forward to get it soon. I think it came actually out for sale this week.
So, and the price of that is about the coaching ones?
It's two sets of programs. I remember I think one is around 2,300 and the other one is 3,300. But I think if you buy the one of 3,330, that one has much. I haven't really got myself in.
But okay, so another question when it comes
Healy however you want. So you buy a Healy, it has already all of the programs, but later on if you want to build it, just start picking what you need.
Okay, so you can buy some programs and then some programs and then some programs. That's amazing. I mean, that's what we like, you know.
Much whatever you want to work with.
But another thing that I was wondering about, let's say, okay, this is mindset, but because I think a lot of the times effectivity and motivation and drive can be there, but you might not have the energy to tap into it. You know, as you're saying, we don't have a lot of sun here. So if you really want to be energized so you can, you know, find the drive again and be motivated, do you have a program in this one that increase your energy? And so which then in turn will help you stay focused and effective?
For example, it depends. It's several sets of programs that has something like that. Is one set in job, for example, if you want concentration, it's a program for concentration. If you want, for example, it's another set of program for training, and you really want to manage that first class in, I don't know, Zumba, and it's the first time in a really long time, and you know you're going to really suffer, but you really want to try it. You stamina. So then you get that working with you. You can have it on you, meanwhile you're training, and it will start building up for you to manage the whole class. There's another one. I haven't tried it. I really want to start losing weight. So there's, especially for getting your, you know, when you're doing a diet, you get these urges of eating, you know, all the stuff that you're supposed to not eat. So it's apparently this program is giving you that relaxation. It's a special program for all the people that struggles with some kind of dependency, you know, kind of is smoking, people that are having an addiction of another kind, and people who wants to lose weight. So that one is an emotional kind of support for days for you to get relaxed.
No, amazing. It is so much fun. I think I can talk to you all night about it because I truly believe in this.
Yes.
And it was like when you said, yeah, do you have a time waiver? I was like, oh, yes, finally, somebody who have heard about it, because my husband, he's a geek like that. You know, he loves all of these machines and alternatives, and he doesn't like medicines and so on. So he used to build machines like this. And I've been married to him for 18 years, and we've been together for 20. And so you can think about me being the guinea pig in the house, and he'll test it on me, and I'm just happy my hair is not like this, you know, electrocuted or anything like that. So he was like, oh, I'm buying this time waiver for business, blah, 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 and nobody have heard about it. You know, I know about it because he knows about it. And then finally you come to this businesswoman Oslo meeting and you say, yes, time waiver. I was like, yes, Yes, finally somebody who talks my language, and we connected. And so I just want to round off. Because during the pandemic, we have been forced to meet on Zoom, online. I mean, there was no other way to do business. Hi, Roy, say hello. If you have any questions, just put them in and we will see if we can answer them. We're talking about Healy and...
From Mexico. He's writing.
Oh, wow.
Happy.
Nice.
Hi.
Nice. Sorry?
His name is Cuello. Roy Cuello.
Okay.
Rodrigo Cuello.
Okay, I'm not going to try to pronounce that because it's not going to be fair for you. But you're most welcome. And if you have anything to add, please put it in the comment. And it's amazing, as I said. So I wanted to ask you, since you've been doing business over online, what was that you took away from the meeting at Oslo? Businesswoman Oslo, meeting face to face, because you were one of the new ones this time in the meeting. And what was it that you felt, or do you feel that, okay, it's going to be easy to go back online, or are you going to prefer more face to face meetings?
It's funny because for me, this is the new reality. So I'm just used to do it online.
Yeah.
And in person was very nice. But I still would like to still do it. I love the part that I can be touching so many countries when I am doing it. So that's the power of this. I see just the positives. So I've been selling Heelys to people in Brussels, in Germany, in England, and it's so nice because I get connected to people that otherwise I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So it's the same for me. I find more cool to have Zooms.
Nice. And another way we can see technology is helping us, right? To stay connected. Even though a lot of people felt alone and fell into depression, I think other people saw this as an opportunity to connect with people all over the world. So this is amazing. Thank you, Lorena, for educating us about Healy, and thank you for making your mission to help us stay healthy and giving this opportunity to us. I am amazed, and I love your energy, your drive, and thank you for everything. Thank you for joining us today.
Space to talk, to share with you, most likely to become friends because I can see many years talking and sharing these experiences and sharing mission of helping. And for me, most likely is just the part of giving people the energy and the power back into trying to get themselves healthy. That's it. That if they want to sell Heelys, if they want to, that's an extra. For me, it's just to be back, because this is the owner of Heely. Actually, is a German guy. He is a monk. He was a monk in Tibet, and he's a Buddhist. And he believed that the more people we help for them to get healthy, the higher their vibration will start going up. And the us that we're vibrating high, the better world we will be getting. So actually, it touched my heart. So.
Yeah, that is so true. Okay, people, we are gonna wrap it up for tonight. And if you wanna stay in touch with Lorena, I'm gonna put her handles in the caption. And you can watch this on IGTV here, or Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, anywhere. And you can also connect with Lorena directly on Facebook. Her name on Facebook is Lorena Healy. And for you guys who just tuned in, she changed her name to Lorena Healy. Before, when she's going to try this, she said, if this helps me, I'm going to change my name. And I love that, that. So she did change her name to make it easy for everybody. And we are going to hear more from you, because you're going to give us an article in my magazine as well. So that's gonna be awesome. I wish you luck further, and we are definitely gonna stay in touch.
Thank you so much, Richa. Much love to you. Thank you for making.
Have a lovely weekend.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.